Trevor in Tokyo. There's few things I enjoy in my life more than coming home and sipping on my protein shake. Such a mundane thing it is. And yet the anticipation makes it all the more wonderful. I do wonder how many other things in my life I look forward to with anticipation. The anticipation alone justifies the expenditure of energy and the expenditure of the emotion joy. Indeed, I'd say that looking forward to something, no matter how silly, no matter how simple, no matter how basic, absent of this anticipation, we have but the daily routines of life. And indeed, like my protein, we can find some level of pleasure within such a routine. Of course, a routine also is a series of anticipated steps and executions. Despite my current emotional and physical energy state, I look forward to going to the gym. I look forward to straining my muscles, and I look forward to coming back and taking my protein. Other things we might anticipate are more infrequent, on a weekly, monthly, annual, or even a greater basis. Things like the weekend. We work and toil all week just to reach the weekend, proceed to do nothing useful with them, and start anew again. It's the anticipation of the weekend which helps carry us through the week. And yet, the weekend has to come to an end as well to bring about a new cycle. Everything in its season, everything in its time. Circles and circles and circles of our lives. What of the other things? Perhaps monthly. Getting our paycheck, seeing the bank account go up for once in the month. Perhaps you treat yourself to such an occasion. Perhaps you enjoy walks outside and you see the moon rise, grow full and die as it returns across its cycles. Or within the year, the various holidays we have, some silly, some serious. Perhaps they bear other things as well. Being able to return home and see family, friends, loved ones left behind in places near or far, intimate or forgotten. Cycles within cycles within cycles of our lives. Without breaking our lives up into such cycles, with nothing but the same monotonous drone day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, it isn't that the absence of anticipation leads to an absence of joy, but an absence of anticipation leads to a collapse of the routine. It's easy to maintain a routine within a cycle, to wake up in the morning, to do exercise, to shower, get ready for work, to work through the day, eat, come home, Eat, exercise, shower, rest, start again. But in absence of this routine, absence of breaking this routine, absence of something gained because of this routine, a healthy body, a clear mind, loss of weight, loss of sadness, enough to get through the week, enough to get through a lifetime. If these were to break down and we see no progress, we see nothing of anticipation, what motivation remains to maintain the routine? Even discipline alone has its limits. Discipline for discipline's sake, no. Discipline because discipline leads to an anticipated end. One might budget and live frugally for a time to get out of debt, because on the other side of such discipline leads to freedom. One may diet for such a time to lose the excess adipose tissue around their midsection. And even though the sacrifices seem unnecessary, the anticipation on the other side leads to progress. Of course, there's the funny thing that I've noticed in my life, that acquiring the anticipated end is often greatly underwhelming. I remember this fondly back in middle school when we made our trip across the country to visit the nation's capital and the major monuments upon the East Coast. Notably, in our picture books, such monuments, such pinnacles of American perfection, power, magnificence, and beauty. And yet, when seeing such things in person, and particularly of the Statue of Liberty, such tall, majestic grandeur, envisioned, sought with anticipation on a journey across the homeland, to see with my very eyes seemed so underwhelming. And yet, the pitiful consummation of such an end did not diminish the joy sought in the anticipation of the trip, even though the ends were beneath those that I had sought. Anticipation made the journey all the more meaningful. I think of the other events in my life, things sought forward with grand aspirations, sought for with unrequited anticipation. Senior prom, going to undergraduate university, going out on dates, going to grad school, going to Japan. These various things I have looked forward to with anticipation. And yet, all these things underwhelm the imagination. Yet, would I go back and change my journey because the ends brought about were less than those brought on by the phantasms of the mind? No. These things are my life. These things are the story. Even though I find these things lacking in comparison to what I seek, I still look forward to many things with anticipation. The arrival of friends, the returning home to visit family, the turning of the seasons, the breaking of the summer heat, the onset of the spring flowers, the colors shifting in autumn, and the cool beauty of winter after snow. Cycles within cycles within cycles of our lives. As we are bound to such a spatial temporal axis, time but moves in one direction. The book, pages turned one by one as we approach the end. A story cannot be consumed without being finished. The pages are finite, the words are numbered. We read one step at a time, line by line, page by page, chapter by chapter, cycles within cycles within cycles we live. I hope you find something meaningful to look forward to within your day. I hope you find something meaningful to look forward to with your week, your month, and your year. If there is something you seek to do, seek to accomplish, a finality of a project, a status of your body, a freedom from some burden upon your shoulders, do not let the emptiness that results take away from the magnanimity of the accomplishment that you have made. Structure your life in such a way to bring it about. And recall, when it ends, it ends. This has been Trevor in Tokyo, and I'll see you next time.